Hey, Brian here with A.M.Leonard, here with Chris Yancey, the mad scientist behind the world's best paver edging, Perma Edge. Chris is from Vandalia, Ohio, right down the street, makes his product there. Chris, thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about your product.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, we originally had the Perma Edge in the buckets, connected with Brian, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Now we make the Perma Packs, make it more affordable. Unbelievably quality product. You got everything you need in this bag. It's going to make your edging waterproof, really going to help in freeze thaw. It's going to make it over 700% flexible. We do chemical air entrainment, and we also have large fibers in there. The two new things is waterproofing and shrink control. So that's going to prevent cracking on day of install and false cracks. Adds everything you need. Just by the cheap bag of concrete, we're giving you everything you need in this packet.
Nice.
And then you can start adding some water. I usually tell guys to blend it up a little bit. Trying to make sure it's thoroughly mixed like a cake batter.
Yep, so we throw in the bag of concrete, throw in the admixture, start adding water. Let me know when you're good.
You just want it like a thick oatmeal consistency. Maybe just a little bit more water. All right, let's try that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Just want to make sure it's thoroughly blended and there's no dry in there.
Yep. So with this, we're wanting to make sure we get down to through that bedding layer to a good amount of the base gravel.
Yeah, a 3/4 inch down.
Yep. So it's the best way. Just you're using the trowel for the concrete edging anyway. So you're just going along the edge real quick.
Yeah, people make the mistake of thinking that paver edging is to hold the paver in. Yeah. It's really to dam in the bedding layer.
Yep.
If that bedding layer can never float out, then your edge never fails. So it's your edging is really just damming in your bedding layer. There's a void from those chips under there. So kind of fill that. I'll do a little thing. You don't have to, but I do a little to make sure that void's filled.
Yeah.
Another real important factor is you stay low on your paver. You only want to come up 1/3 of the paver thickness. So you only want to come up on this paver about a 1/2 inch. Stay low on your paver. If you come up high on your paver, you're going to have issue with grass growth.
Yep.
And also if there's a freeze and this joint heaves out, it's going to push on it. When it's low, it's a pivot point. Perfect.
Looks like just the right amount. Dial. Another huge time saver with Perma Edge is when you get some intricate corners that you got to cut around or tight spaces like you'll see over here up against our sandbox. The beautiful thing about the Perma Edge is you can work in these tight areas. You can quickly get around corners without having to cut your plastic edging. Account for that small 2.5 inch bump out or having limited space in between another obstacle. This stuff you throw it down, trowel it, and it's locked in.
Yeah, around this corner easily.
I might go ahead and around this corner a little bit too.
That's why I cleared it. That way it's
Yeah.
one solid piece around that corner.
That we might as well lock that corner in. They don't got to worry about
tying into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a little bit more to put on this corner.
Sure.
That way we can beef it up.
Yep. Nice to beef up the corners.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Especially how it drops off like that.
Yeah, really pile it up.
Yep. Just makes that corner nice and strong. I kind of left that edge at an angle so you can cut and tie into it. It's not a straight line.
Perfect.
So if you'll see right here, there's anything from a 1/2 inch to inch and a quarter where the perma edge sucked up underwear where your chips rolled out. So if you're using open graded base, a huge benefit, if you're using spiked edgings, you have no way to fill that void. You'd have to put your spiked edging in and remove this whole line of pavers. With perma edge, you fill that void where it's never going to settle out. So I just wanted to show the difference.
Looks good.
Hey, so just keep in mind on the lineal footage that you'll get out of a Perma Pak, it really depends on your bedding layer thickness. If you're using sand and you have 1 inch bedding layer, you're gonna get a lot more lineal foot. For here, we're using open graded base. There's about a 2 inch bedding layer, so you're gonna get a little less out of it. So just keep in mind it's okay to have extra product. So make sure when you order your Perma Paks from A.M.Leonard that you order a few extra, and then you'll be able to use them on the next project. Common mistake we see on installs is guy putting perm edge too high. This is extremely important, and I can't stress it enough, that you need to stay on the bottom 1/3 of whatever paver thickness you're using. So if it's a common 2 3/8 inch thick paver, you only want to come up about a 1/2 inch. You're damming in that bedding layer, and then you're going to have plenty of room for grass growth and soil. The other issue is if you come high up on this paver and this joint freezes and expands, you're going to shove on it. If you stay low like this is, it's going to be a pivot point and it's going to last much longer. You're going to get more lineal footage. So human nature says, hey, let's do this good and go high. Stay low on the paver. That is key. And we're going to show you an example over here. This project was installed a bit too high. As you can see the perm edge here in this rock bed. It's about 1/2 inch from the top. And if you look down through here, they're having issues with grass growth through here. So the pavers still look good. They're intact. I think this project was done about 5 years ago, but it is having an issue with grass growth. So keep that in mind. Make sure you install low on the paver. So we get a lot of questions about weather. And if you have a light to moderate rain, you're fine to install perm edge. If you've got a storm or something coming, you want to hold off so it doesn't wash away the top. Another concern are companies that like working into the colder months. If you get down below freezing, you can either cover it with native soil to hold the ground heat or put insulation tarps on the edge. But the easiest thing, if you're going to be down below freezing, is add 1 cup of calcium to an 80-pound bag. If you're doing a 50-pound bag, use about a 1/2, 3/4 cup of calcium. Just mix that into your mix and you're good to go.
Truly bomb-proof edging. Literally the world's best paver edging from an installation and quality and integrity standpoint. Find them at amleonard.com.